Okay, Phoebe, let's see how you've done with this. That is correct, 2 marks. That is correct, and that is correct, 2 marks, and so is your reflection. Full marks on the first page, well done. Parallelogram hasn't got any lines of symmetry, I'm afraid, so I'm not going to give you the mark for what you've chosen, but I will give you a mark for correctly naming the shape that you've drawn. That is correct. This isn't correct because what you want there for the largest number, the 8 should be in the thousands column, and similarly yeah, so you need to swap those two round. That one's correct. That's correct. Well done. That is correct. Your woman weighs more than half a ton, so that's a pretty big woman. You're looking for 60 kilograms there. That's too far. 340 kilometers is the sort of distance between London and Paris, and that's too big. What we're looking at for there, for the area of the page, you can do that in the exam by measuring it. That's going to be 30 centimeters. This way is going to be 20. 30 times 20 is 600. So you've actually got the tools with you to check that that's right. So you only get 1 out of 4 there, I'm afraid. Total for the page 2, 4, 6, 7. Good, 1 in 50. He is correct. There's 2 tickets of 16 and is good as well. 3 marks for the page. 48, 6, 153. That is perfect. Well done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 full marks for the page. Good stuff. 27, 57, 2 marks. 43, 2 marks. 7H is correct. Here you've made a really basic mistake. In algebra, where you have a number joined to a letter, they join by a times. So that doesn't become 56, it becomes 5 times 6, and that doesn't become 34, it becomes 3 times 4. Then, because of BODMAS, multiply comes before add, so we do the times in first, and then we add. 1040 is right. You can see what you're doing. You times it by 4. When you times a by 4, you get 4a. Okay, it's not a 6. So 1 mark there. You get a mark for 21 cubes, but volume is cm3, centimeters cubed. So you lose a mark for your units. You need to make sure you have a protractor and you know how to use it. Have a look at what I've done and get yourself one. 2, 4, 6, 7 for the page. It's not a right angle. A right angle is exactly 90 degrees, which looks like that. This is obtuse. But it's wrong. That isn't 136 degrees. If you get your protractor, put the center on Q, line the 0 up there. 136, you're going 10, 20, blah 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 blah. 130, 140, 136 is there. So that's what you then join up with your ruler. So no marks there, I'm afraid. 7 crates is right, but there are more than 3 jugs left. So your method is right, but one of your answers is wrong. With this, find out what 1/8 is. So 1/8 is 56 divided by 8, which is 7, and then you've got 3/8 times it by 3, 21. Here, that's wrong. 1%, you would divide 500 by 1, 100, sorry, by 100, which is 5, so 7% would be 7 lots of 5. So no method marks or answer marks for that. 2 for the page. "30 miles is correct. 75 minutes is incorrect because you're using the wrong amount of time for each little square. The graph is going up 60 minutes every 10 squares, so each little square is 6 minutes. Okay, so that is wrong. He travelled faster before he stopped as the graph line is steeper. That's very good. And that one's not right. 2 hours 52 minutes is wrong, and I can't tell what times you're using there. The 15:29 train there arrives in Coventry there, so you have to work out how much time there is from there to there. It's not that. This bit, which is the harder bit, you've actually got right, so well done for getting that bit right. 6 marks for the page. Watch my video clip, hopefully that will make sense for that. This is correct, so you get your 3 marks there. It's not 1 in 7. You can see from the grid there are 12 possible outcomes from playing this game, so it's going to be out of 12, and the number of outcomes which are less than 9 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways that you could get a score less than 9, so the chances of that are 7 in 12. Take a look at my video clip for my explanation for part C. That is correct. That's wrong. It's actually the same as that one. A half, rounded up to a half, 0.5 of 120 is 60, so it's going to be closest to 62. The bottom one is right, so you get 2 marks for that, 5 marks for the page. Your points are correct. The correlation is positive because it's both values are increasing. Otherwise, if it was going down, it would be negative, or if there was no real pattern, it would be none. And you can't estimate it really unless you've drawn your line of best fit. So your line of best fit needs to be about the same sort of slope as those points. It doesn't have to go through any of them, it just needs to be the same kind of slope. Then you use that to measure your 320, and using 320 you would get about 3,600. So your estimate is not bad, but you haven't used your line of best fit really well because you haven't got one. Your enlargement is bang on, so well done. Your reflection is wrong. You have correctly reflected the shape, but you've used your mirror line is this, the x-axis, whereas they want you to put the mirror on the line x equals 1. The line x equals 1 is the line where the x coordinate is always 1, so it's this line. So if that was your mirror, your shape would reflect like that. So you're only going to get 1 out of the 2 marks for that. Total for the page 3, 5, 6. What you have done there, where's my tracing paper going? Is you have rotated your shape about the wrong point. It is a rotation, but it isn't a 90-degree rotation. In fact, it looks more like you've moved it rather than rotated it. You're not going to get any marks for that. It's a wrong rotation about the right point. Hold on. Just check what's going on here. Come on, tracing paper. Yeah, you've actually rotated it through 180 degrees, about the right point. Okay, so the point is right, but you've done a half a turn, not a quarter of a turn. So you're going to lose 1 mark for that. That is correct. That is half finished. That would give you an isosceles right angle triangle, but it's telling you in the question it's folded twice. So you have to fold it that way and then that way as well. So you haven't done what it needs you to do in the question, so you're going to lose a mark. This work is called loci. Have a look at what I've done on the video clip, and there's 2 sections in Jones' sum on that which you can have a look at. 4 marks for the page. That's not right, that's not right, and that's not right. We'll be doing lots of practice about that soon, but if you have a look at the clip, you may be able to work it out yourself. Okay, Phoebe, so for that paper you have got 7, 14, 22, 29, 31, 37, 42, 48, 52. 52 out of 100, which on its own would be a grade E. If I bring in your mark for the first paper, where you got 45 out of 100, overall that's 97 out of 200, and that would be a grade E as well. So overall you're on a grade E, but already we're showing improvement from 1 week to the next, and I'm sure that will continue, and we've got plenty of time to get that up to a grade C.